What's up, everybody? J Heat Sports Media coming at you with another one, bringing that fire as always, all the time. I know everybody's seen the Kevin Durant, Draymond Green interview. Draymond Green did a good job, asked some tough questions. Everybody was really into it. I see a lot of media outlets are out there really feeding into the whole argument between Draymond Green and Kevin Durant, talking a lot about how that was the reason that they departed from Golden State. It's funny how when you got a narrative stuck in your head, or you want something to be, or you're trying to create drama behind something, you look for it. You want that to be the case. So people typically run with something as soon as they hear that topic come up. And that was the same thing with Draymond Green and Kevin Durant. But if you notice throughout the whole interview, go listen to it again. They talked about various reasons why things didn't necessarily work out with them. And let's not even call it didn't work out, why he decided to move on, he being Kevin Durant. He even says, after talking about the argument with him and Draymond Green, that in the end, it was time to move on. After year 3, he thought it was time to go on to the next spot, the next location. Nothing wrong with that. Draymond asked him if him bouncing around had anything to do with him seeking out challenges like he did in high school. He gave that a little bit of credence, but said it's a little different in the league. Explained how he was looking for an opportunity to play in Golden State's system when he went to Golden State, because of how freely they moved the ball and the ball movement, how their system catered to what he did naturally in his game, so he thought it was a seamless fit. Not that anybody could have just gone to Golden State and won, like people like to say all the time. And I'm not saying that other people couldn't have went there and still had some success, but Kevin Durant isn't just anybody. And he fit right in perfectly with them on both ends of the floor, as he said. However, he also felt it was time for him to move on. Now, I have some thoughts about why he may have moved on, and maybe you all agree or disagree, but I think the argument is just part of it. Icing on the cake, if you will. Maybe that just kind of irritated him, the way the front office and the coach handled the situation or didn't handle it in their opinion. Maybe that was just the icing on the cake, kind of topped it off for Kevin. But things have been going on from the beginning. First of all, when Stephen A. Smith first made that announcement about the weakest move ever, and it was just all over the radio waves and all over the media, and fans ran with it. I see it all the time on Twitter. Even to this day, people heckle Kevin Durant, calling him a snake, a loser. He still hasn't won a championship yet. This, that, and the third. Even though he was finals MVP, even though it was clear when he was on Golden State that he was the number one option. And not only was he the number one option, in critical moments, you could tell even Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green leaned to him to take over and do what he was brought there to do when the time came. But after he won that first championship, the fans in Golden State never really quite gave him his just due overall, in my personal opinion. And definitely the fans at large and the media stayed on him about that. And yes, you can just block it out. People say don't be sensitive, don't let it get to you, just hoop. But when somebody in your ear over and over and over, and we already know he's on social media, he likes to look at it, check it out. So he's seeing all this stuff coming at him over and over in his ear. You can ignore it to an extent, but sometimes that gets annoying. Me personally, I think he just got tired of not being appreciated to the full extent of what he deserved based on who he was and the performance and the effort he gave at Golden State. And because of that, when you add on the argument, when you add on the fact that they didn't win that last championship and he got hurt, the Achilles situation, all these things piled up and he moved on. But trust me, he admitted in the interview, him and Draymond, they could have won plenty more championships in their opinion if he had stayed in Golden State, but he didn't sign the extension. Yet he gets to Brooklyn and now he signs an extension, even with 2 more years on his contract. He signed a 4-year extension, meaning 6 years he's planning to be in Brooklyn now. He's laying down roots there. Shows you when you show somebody appreciation. Think all the love he got in the playoffs this year in Game 5. Even though they lost, he got more love this year than he did in Golden State. And how did he reward the fans? 4-year extension. Something to think about, people. Just my opinion. J Heat Sports Media. Remember to like, subscribe, hate if you want to, because I know a lot of people ain't gonna like to hear anything I have to say on Kevin Durant, especially these type of opinions, because most people just want to say he's a snake, you know, he's soft, he's sensitive, he's weak, blah, 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 all that type of stuff. But I got to kick the facts, keep it real, and give you my strong opinions. Holla at you, YouTube. Again, J Heat Sports Media. Remember, at the Vault, JMU 414 on Twitter as well. And I'll holler at you on TikTok.